Hi guys, I'm Kim and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here again today. I am here today to talk you through our December 2022 budget with me. I mean, how are we at the end of 2022? I am absolutely mind blown that I am sitting here making this video and planning out the last month of this year. Absolutely crazy. I'm gonna have a very busy December because I now have to plan the whole budget for 2023. So stay tuned for that video as well. But yes, if you're interested to see what our budget is going to be for this month coming of December, then stick around, keep watching, and I'm gonna talk you through it.
All right, so as you are aware from if you've watched any of my previous videos, we like to pay everything weekly. So for the month of December, there is 4 Wednesdays in the month, but 5 Thursdays. So this means we get 4 pays, but 5 lots of expenses. So you will see that reflected through this budget. So for the month of December, I plan to bring in $4,940 for the month. Now, I am on a salary and get paid on a monthly basis, so my pay will not change regardless of how many Wednesdays or Thursdays there are in a month. Ben is on wages and gets paid weekly. Therefore, his income for the month can slightly change. So as there is 4 Wednesdays in this month, which is his payday, we will be bringing in $4,400 for him for this month, giving us a total income for the month of $9,340. Now for the rest of the stuff, it is all worked out to be taken out of the account on a Thursday. So basically everything that I normally pay weekly, instead of timesing by 4, I'm going to times by 5. So for the debt section for this month, we will be spending $2,065 on our mortgage, $515 on my car loan, $400 on Ben's car loan. And then for investing and extra super contributions for the month, we will be spending $50 from towards my super and $50 extra towards Ben's super. We'll be putting $54.35 towards our work shares program and investing $50. So for our utilities for the month, we plan to spend, that's correct. We're going to spend $100 for the month for electricity, $125 for gas, $75 for water, $250 for council rates, $240 for Foxtel and internet, $126 for my phone, and nothing for Ben's phone because we had a look at his account and he is so far in advance that we decided to just cancel his payments for the rest of the year. So that's nice. It gives us, a little bit of extra cash back into the budget for the month of December. So next we have our insurances and registrations category. So for health insurance for the month, we plan to spend $105. For home and contents insurance, we plan to spend $127.25. For my car insurance, we're going to spend $56.75. For Ben's car insurance, we're going to spend $70.74. For my car registration, it will be $46.66. And for Ben's car registration, it will also be $46.66. So for our subscriptions for the month, we'll be spending $14.29 on Canva. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's incorrect. I know it's incorrect. It's $17.99. $6.99 for Amazon Prime, $14.99 for Apple iCloud, $4 for Catch of the Day, $11.99 for Google Play, $15.99 for Netflix, $11.99 for Spotify, $14 for Stan, and $15.95 for Xbox. So now if we move on to the daily living expenses, which are variable. So all the ones above are pretty much fixed and don't differ that much. But the living expenses is where it can just kind of get all over the shop, and it's sometimes really hard to budget for that. So we are planning $200 for fuel for the month. We're planning $1,150 for groceries, $300 for dine out takeout, $100 for entertainment, $60 for our garden, and $90 for the dogs. So that's things like grooming, vet appointments, dog food, etc., etc. And then for our splurge money, we plan to spend $934. So for those of you who are new here, our splurge money is actually no questions asked spending money. So every single pay, we get 5% of each other's pays, so a total of 10% for the month, to basically go into our personal spending accounts that we can spend on whatever we want without having to ask the other person. We can use it to buy presents for each other, or we can use it just to, go out to the bar and have a few drinks, or if I want to buy makeup, or, just those little things that you sometimes may not think is essential to one person but may be considered essential to the other person. So on average we normally get about $500 a month to do basically whatever we want with, which seems to really work well for us, and I like it doing it that way. So that gives us a total outgoing for the month of $7,501.30. So considering the fact that we had $9,340 of income for the month, that leaves us with $1,838.70 to divide up between our sinking funds for the month. So that's the goal. So hopefully we can stick to the budget, and that's what we will have at the end of the month to add to our sinking funds. Although I do know from previous experience that December can always be a huge blowout, and we may not actually be able to save as much as we want to. Now for our sinking funds, I haven't yet populated them because I have not closed out the November budget yet. But once the November budget has been closed out, I will calculate everything that I added for the month of November to the sinking funds, put the current totals, which will give us the end of, the end totals for what we currently have towards each sinking fund. So if you're interested to see where our sinking funds are currently sitting, stay tuned, because in the next week I will be releasing our November budget. So I will just make a quick side note here to let you know that our emergency savings currently is maxed out at the $15,000. However, we will be losing about $6,000 of that in December because we have had an emergency come up that we haven't budgeted or planned for. Our little doggy has to have ACL surgery. This is why we have sinking funds in place, I guess, but it's one of those bittersweet things. We all have emergency funds because secretly we hope that we don't actually have to use them and the money's just going to always be there. But I'm super thankful that we do have the money there, and that, it is going to make it easier for us to be able to pay for this surgery and not have to worry about, putting something on a credit card and paying it off, or taking out a small personal loan. So yes, this is the first time I've really had to use my sinking funds, and even though I'm slightly annoyed, I'm also very, very thankful to myself and the efforts that we've made over this past 12 months to build that fund up. Anyway, that was my December budget plan. So hopefully you found that interesting. Let me know down below if you have budgeted for anything fun or interesting for the month of December. I'd love to hear it.
Okay guys, and that was it. That was our December 2022 budget with me plan. So as you can see, it's not going to be as much of a savings month as what we've had in the past, due to having extra repayments coming out due to the extra Thursday in the month. As you know, we pay everything weekly. So yes, hopefully that you enjoyed this and you found it interesting to see how we were wrapping up our 2022 with the budget. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and ring the little bell, and that way you'll get notified of my videos in the future. Also, if you enjoyed this spreadsheet or liked the way it functioned, or you're new to budgeting and you don't want to have to set up your own template or spreadsheet, I do have a version of this available in my Etsy store for a small fee. So that is linked down below, so feel free to go and check that out if you're interested in it. As I said, it's an instant download to Excel. It comes pre-populated with all the formulas that you need, and you can copy over the base page to basically just keep adding it on and just keep going a month at a time or year at a time, however you choose to do it. I do also have a video on this channel on how to use that spreadsheet. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me here today, and until next time, bye.